I'm Darlene Carmen.
And I'm Doug Carmen.
Welcome to the show. Janice Morris is the founder and director of Music Place, which has been providing music education for 13,000 students since 1984. And today we're pleased to have some young musicians with us that's going to share their music. Hi, Janice. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having us. We're glad to be here.
Janet, I understand you have a staff of 35 people now. How many did you have when you started in 1984?
Yeah.
That was quite a while ago.
In 1984, it was just me, and we had about 40 students. But I had 4 kids, and I wanted to have more time with my kids, so we started training teachers and adding then.
Wow. And you're continually expanding, both in locations and art forms. So what have you added in, say, maybe the last 3 years or so?
You know, we started out locally in San Jose, and one of the fun things we did a couple years ago is we purchased a dance school. So now we've expanded into the dance art form, and we have a lot of kids that take both music and dance, and some that just do dance, of course. It's been a learning curve for me, and so that gave us another location in the Willow Glen area of San Jose that has music studios in it and the dance studios. And then we also have expanded quite a lot out into the Sunnyvale area. So we have 3 strong multi-class locations in Sunnyvale as well.
35 teachers. That's a lot of teachers.
Actually, that's just the music teachers. We have 10 dance teachers too. So it's really quite we have a great group of people. We work like a family together. I love that about the Music Place.
So maybe you can tell us what makes your school unique from other schools. I know everybody wants to have their little specialties, but what do you feel that you contribute to children as education in music that maybe other schools don't do?
I think that there are a couple things. I think the most pronounced thing is that we really emphasize that kids should have fun. You know, we have this, we call it the 3 phases of learning. The first phase is the happy, fun, positive part that engages the kids and sort of sucks them into phase 2, which is the long season of hard work that kids get in. And then after that, if they've stayed with it long enough because they had enough momentum from phase 1, then they get through the obstacles of learning in that hard season of learning, the long part. And pretty soon they make enough progress that they say, wow, I love the way I sound. I love the way this is. I want this. And that's when you can really move on into phase 3, which is excellent. So the fun is really something. Some educators feel like kids should learn whether they enjoy it or not, and some educators feel like they should enjoy it whether they learn or not. And we really believe that if you lean toward the fun part of it first, then you have the passion, the ability for passion to grow. And the other thing that I think is really unique about the Music Place is we teach to the child. So we don't think we teach this way, we hope it works for you. What we do is we evaluate where kids are and figure out, is this child ready for music lessons? Are they ready for something different that's not instrumental, for example? So we do assessments for kids coming in, particularly if they want individual instrumental lessons, and we require an assessment for kids under 7.
How do you do that? How do you assess the kids?
Well, you know, that's a good question. We play some games. We bring in the parents and the children together. We make a 1-hour appointment. And we interact with the kids by playing some games that help us figure out where they are developmentally. For example, I might clap and have kids copy back and find out. I note how many things they could copy back. We look to see how their visual processing is. So we check academic, physical, and social developmental things because we believe that if kids are functioning like a 6-year-old or older in those 3 developmental areas, then they can have fun if they're learning to play an instrument. But a 4-year-old might be able to function like a 6-year-old. So we don't want to hold them back and say, you have to do 4-year-old things if they can function like a 6-year-old. We also check their aptitudes and sing with them and stuff too.
Sounds like it's more individual, so you don't have a lot of group, but you focus on a child, their individual strengths and abilities.
Actually, we have lots of group classes. So kids that aren't quite ready to move into instrumental lessons, they get to be in a really fun class called Early Music Awareness, or an all arts class where they're with other kids and they try instruments and they learn the basics of note reading, like dip your finger in pretend paint and make a face and a stem and a dirty face. Make a noise. How many counts does it get? 1. Let's clap it. 1. Get your maraca. Shake it. Let's jump. I mean, those classes change subjects about every 3 to 8 minutes. So they're great for kids as they're getting ready to be able to move into instrumental
So
instruction.
they're learning that music is fun and not and not a tedious thing where they have.
Yeah, we have so many parents that say, "Man, I wish I'd learned music like this when I was a kid." You know.
Really?
Yeah.
I just remember holding the little bell, the little triangle bell, and going ding ding. That's about it. As somebody else got the tambourine, I wanted that, and then it's changed, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
there's so much you can do with kids when they're little. Make it fun.
let's introduce our first musician.
Okay. We brought 3 musicians with us today, and the first one is Sarah Motozaki, and she's going to sing for us God Help the Outcasts from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Ooh.
God help the outcast, hungry from birth. Show them the mercy they don't find on earth. The lost and forgotten look to you still. God help the outcast, or nobody will. I don't know if there's a reason why some are blessed, some not. Why the few you seem to favor. Few